What's going on, guys? Jay the Black here. Shout out to everyone that's tuning in. I want to talk about this topic. I've had this topic on my to speak on list for days now. I just haven't had the opportunity to get to it. But I also wanted to think about this because this adds to a lot of what I've been saying about your Western woman and about how she would leave a very good situation for a guy that she barely knows. She don't even know his last name. Because you got to understand, women are very emotional. Women are very emotional, and they do things for emotional reasons. And a lot of times they will go and cheat on their husbands or boyfriends only to regret it because they realize they didn't understand why they did it. You got women out here who will meet a guy and within 5 to 10 minutes of meeting him will probably go and have relations with him or may have relations with him. She'll meet him at a gas station, a grocery store. She'll meet him walking down the sidewalk. She'll meet him in the lobby of, I don't know, a hotel. Let's say she went on a girls trip, right? Or a business trip. And she meets this guy from out of town, right? Don't even know him. But women are very emotional, man. They will do things for emotional reasons. So let's get into this New York Post article. Mom left husband of 14 years for soulmate, only to be rejected. It takes two souls to tangle. A mom of two has been mocked on social media after revealing that she left her longtime husband for a man she believed to be her soulmate, only for him to promptly reject her. Amanda Trenfield has been described by critics as a self-destructive sociopath for writing about the emotional saga in her new book, When a Soulmate Says No. Is he still your soulmate after he says no? An excerpt from it published by the Sydney Morning Herald last week sparked ridicule from readers who claimed the rejection was karma for the fact that she had blown up her own marriage. You see, it ain't just men that suffer from karma. You know, a lot of women make this mistake. I think more women make this mistake than y'all realize. There's a lot of women out here leaving their boyfriends, leaving their husbands, just to go and have a fling with a guy that they just met, that they're highly attracted to. And because, again, women are very emotional, man. They do things for emotional reasons. And it don't matter that she been with her husband for 14 years. She saw a man that she was highly attracted to, that was giving her attention, and that's when she was willing to leave her entire life behind. Women do this more than y'all think they do. There are women out here who have left their families to go meet. There's a woman that pretended to be kidnapped in order to be with the man she wanted to be. You know why? Because she wanted to get away from her husband and her children. She ruined her life for nothing. One of the biggest losses we've ever seen, one reader wrote. In the extract, Trenfield describes an electric encounter with her so-called soulmate, which occurred while she was at a dinner party with her husband. As I settled into my seat, I looked up and immediately lost my breath, Trenfield wrote. When our eyes met, there was an instant familiarity that ran deeper than water cooler chat. These eyes had locked before 12 years earlier. His name was Jason. I hadn't forgotten. Trenfield did not explain the circumstances under which she previously met Jason, but said that she felt an immediate attraction and soon struck up a conversation with him. Over the course of the evening, my attraction to Jason developed. I soon became aware of his every breath, and I unconsciously mirrored his pace. See, that's what women do. You got to understand, and the dating coaches will tell you this, and I think others as well, that when a woman is attracted to you, she will give you certain keys, right? She will start to mirror you. Anybody that's attracted to you will mirror you, and they will hang on your every word, which is what she seemingly had done. I caught myself embarrassingly looking at his chest through his slim-fitted white evening shirt. Yes, he had a fit, toned, attractive body, but was it his chest I was drawn to? The pair continued to drink and talk into the night, with the author insisting that her attraction to Jason only intensified as the hours went by. By the time the group, and like I told y'all before, it's all about the attraction, okay? She met a guy that she had been highly attracted to. And when women meet men that they're highly attracted to, they tend to lose critical thinking. The pair continued to drink and talk into the night, with the author insisting that her attraction to Jason only intensified as hours went by. By the time the group left the restaurant late in the evening, all my senses were on high alert. It was abundantly clear that the energy between Jason and me was somehow charged, Trenfield alleged. The pair ended the evening with a hug as Trenfield whispered in Jason's ear, "This isn't over." Just imagine, all right, a woman that you never met, a woman that's, married, telling you it isn't over. I need to see you again. I had never felt anything like this before. I had never experienced this sensation. She gushed. I know now without hesitation, without question, without any doubt in my mind, my body or heart, that the energy we experienced that evening was our souls connecting. I left the dinner party a different woman. The author continued to swoon over the intoxicating experience with Jason, writing, "I knew in my heart, in my soul, in the very fabric of my being, that I had profoundly changed. I couldn't articulate the feelings, the sensations, the experience, the connectedness I experienced with Jason was at a level impossible to describe. All I knew for certain was that this was one encounter in one of the most unlikely places under the most unusual circumstances had dramatically altered my life." Less than a month later, Trenfield ended her 14-year marriage with her husband despite not having any further communication with Jason since the night of the dinner party. Ain't it? Listen, man, I'm telling you, man, just imagine, right, if Jason was like, "Listen, you say this isn't over. Let's go back to my place. Or let's go get a room." But it was clear in that interaction that Jason probably knew she was married and didn't even want to take it that far. I believe this was her that wanted to take it further. Maybe she thought that, she would be able to find something else with Jason. But again, women are very emotional. They will do things for emotional reasons. Like they will have one night stands with guys that just met 5-10 minutes earlier. The woman who had always been so careful, so planned, so organized, and so clear about the path her life would take had just made the most dramatic decision of her life, one affecting those dearest to her, her family, Trenfield candidly wrote. In spite of her memoir's title, the passage printed in the Australian newspaper ended on a cliffhanger and left out the part where Trenfield gets rejected by Jason. Of course they didn't want to include that part. The piece quickly went viral on Twitter, with many seeming to enjoy the prospect of Trenfield's heartbreak. Of course, the soulmate said no. She ghosted her husband after one night. I'd be afraid of dating someone with no objective premise too. Lady, your kids will read this one day and will know that you blew up the family because you got too horny on Shara's. Another quipped or snipped, telling Trenfield she should not have published such a shameless account. Well, you got to understand, this isn't the first or last time this has happened. Plenty of women go through this. Plenty of women have left their husbands and boyfriends for a man that would only just reject them. There are a lot of women who've done this. This ain't nothing new. A lot of women have done this. We've seen how these divorces come out of nowhere. It's because this woman has met somebody else she wants to be with. However, the author also had a small number of supporters who commended her for writing her emotional truth. She actually didn't ruin her life for nothing. One defender wrote, she left a marriage that was most likely headed needed to end. Otherwise, she wouldn't have been swayed by another. It looks like she's happy and making the best of the situation. Her ex-husband is probably happier too. Sounds like a win. Trenfield has not publicly responded to the controversy the excerpt had caused. She reportedly now works as a life coach and does not appear to have reconciled with her ex-husband. Her ex-husband wants nothing to do with a woman that would leave him for a guy that she just met. I think her husband is doing the right thing and staying as far away from her as possible. When a woman shows you who she is, you need to believe her. And it's very clear that this woman, who's so careful, lost all her senses in one interaction. She lost her sense of self. That's not the type of woman you want to be married to, because if it happened that time, it can happen again. So let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts. Make sure you like this video and share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll see y'all next one.